Hello, YouTube. This is Raid Pirate 52, and so I'm going to recap the first round of the 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs, as well as go over my picks, go over what I got right, what I got wrong. So let's get to it. Going to start with the Lightning and the Red Wings. Just since the Lightning are my favorite team, so we'll start with them first. I predicted this would go 4 games. Specifically, I chose 4 because I thought it would end in Detroit for Datsuk. So I had either 4 or 6. So I just, you know, went as biased as I can and just said 4 games. But it ended up going 5. So I was in the middle right there. So Lightning 1 and 5. Pretty close series. Every game was close. The Lightning won on a goal in the last 2 minutes. That was not exactly a goal you want to see in the series, but it's the playoffs. You gotta you gotta win however you can. So definitely take that. And yeah, so that was that series. Lightning won it 4-1, going on to the second round. Detroit is eliminated second year in a row by the Lightning. And so moving on, Florida and the Islanders, Florida Panthers and the Islanders. I thought this would go 7. It went 6, but with all the multiple overtimes, it definitely felt like 7. 2 double overtimes in a row, and then there was another one. I think game 3 that was overtime. Another very close series. I think every game was by 1. But either way, that was a good series. I watched as much as I can of it. But a lot of the games fell on days when the Lightning were playing, so I didn't see that one too much. So yeah, Islanders' first playoff series win since 1993. So congratulations to them. And moving up in the Eastern Conference into the Metro Division, the Penguins and the Rangers. I barely had a chance to see this one because this one also had a few games where the Lightning were playing Detroit, and Game 5 I didn't see at all because I was in Boston for PAX East. So I didn't see Game 5, which the Penguins won the last 3 games anyway. One of those 2 were surprising. I think it was Game 3 that I think surprised me that they won because I thought the Rangers were going to take momentum from Game 2, but nope, Penguins swept in New York and went home Game 5 and won it. So I chose that one right. I thought it would go 6, but it went 5. Again, number of games aren't really much to me. I don't really care. That was just for the sake of the bracket challenge. Mostly it's like I mostly just care about picking the right opponent, the right team to move on. And okay, so moving on, last one, Washington and Philadelphia. Washington won 4-2. I thought this was going to be a 5-game series. It was a 6-game series. Washington went up 3-0. And yeah, I was pretty surprised. Like, I really thought it was going to end in 4, especially after Game 3. The Capitals won 6-1 in Philadelphia, and the Flyers just looked done. But the Neuwirth especially, like, he really stepped up, and he came in, played very strong. Hats off to him. He played really great. The Capitals getting a 3-0 lead really helped them there because it's a huge what if Neuwirth started the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know if it would have made much of a difference because Mason played good the first 2 games. Minus that huge center ice gap that he gave up, but I mean he played well the first 2 games. So I don't know if it really would have made a huge difference in this series, but kind of something to think about. But yeah, so Capitals moved on. So I got all the Eastern Conference right. So Capitals, Penguins, I saw coming. Islanders, Lightning, I predicted would happen, and those are the series moving on. So before I get to those, moving on to the Western Conference where I failed pretty badly. I'll start with the one that I got right. It was the Stars and the Wild. I thought it would be 5 games, but it ended up being 6. Crazy game 6. Uh, it was like, what was it? Was it 4-0, and then it was like 4-4, 4-3? No, it was 4-0, then 4-3, then 5-3, then 5-4. So that was a crazy game. I wasn't really worried though, because I was like, Dallas is gonna move on. Like it has to be right now. Dallas is gonna move on. Get ready for Chicago, which get to in a minute. Uh, but yeah, so Dallas moved on. I predicted they would. Minnesota's been a team that's knocked off the Central winner, but I didn't think it would happen again. So yeah, Dallas moved on. Pretty high scoring series. I think it'll be interesting in round two. See against St. Louis, and we'll see. Okay, so keeping in the Central Division, I got this one half right, half wrong. I did guess a game 7, but I have to admit I did not think St. Louis was going to win, especially after giving up a 3-1 lead. Hold on. Especially after giving up a 3-1 lead, I didn't think they would bounce back, but congrats to them that they did. I just had no faith in them in game 7. Like I was like, they can be up 2-0, they can be up multiple goals in this game, and they're still gonna blow. And I was just like preparing myself for I just better get used to the fact that Chicago is gonna get into round 2. But St. Louis, the hockey world thanks you. Everyone, as a Lightning fan, as a Bruin fan, thank you. I was so happy for you guys winning it. Like Blues fans, I mean, like you have more right to hate Chicago than I do, so live up with it. Like you earned it. Congrats. Best of luck in round 2. I'll get to my picks for round 2 in just a moment. So just moving down the list even more, where I definitely got these wrong. Which one should I start? Okay, so the Ducks Predators series just got over. I just came down like right as they were doing handshakes. Wow, like I gotta like I said in my originals, like no one's gonna watch the series. I thought the Ducks were gonna move on. Like I don't know why Gibson was starting this series. People were telling me that he got more wins or something down the stretch, but I definitely thought Anderson should have started. Who knows how that would have went? But you got to give the Predators credit. I didn't give them a chance. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people didn't give them a chance. I know for the Islanders, like I think it said like 30% picked them, and then like 23% people picked the Blues. I'm interested to see how many people picked the Predators, because I think they were probably the lowest pick team. But that's just my guess. But I had someone in my comments telling me don't count out the Predators, and I was like, congrats to the Predators. If you're a Predators fan, you're watching this, got a great team. I mean, I've always been a fan of Rene, but I didn't think they'd be past Anaheim. I got to admit, so they proved me wrong. I admit it. Congrats to them, and good luck to them moving forward. And speaking of going forward, they can stay in California because they will be playing the San Jose Sharks, who also shocked me by beating the Kings in not a 7-game series, but a 5-game series. Yeah, I did not see that coming. I know a couple other Sharks fans, just like Predators fans, were like telling us, "Don't count us out, don't count us out." It's like, it's not that I'm trying to count you guys out. It's just I just thought your opponents were better, but you beat them. You beat the Kings in 5, so congratulations to them. You ended the Chicago-LA streak, so great job, San Jose. Good job. I said no one was gonna watch the Predators Predators Ducks series, but I'm definitely watching the Sharks Predator series. I'm definitely watching that. Okay, so getting into round two, the Lightning Islanders already played game one. I don't think I've ever seen that happen in the NHL. I know it happens in basketball quite a bit, but I don't think I've ever seen hockey do that. So, uh, I picked the Lightning to win the cup. I was very displeased with game one. Like, they looked very uncharacteristically bad tonight. Like, after they scored their first goal, like, what went on? Like, I have no clue. Like, Bishop does not let goals in like that. Like, something looked fishy to me. Like, they were supposed to lose or something. Like, I don't know, man. It just they didn't look like the Lightning tonight, and I don't know. Islanders are a good team. Don't. It wouldn't surprise me if they would beat the Lightning, but this just didn't seem like a hockey game to me. Bishop let in way too soft goals that are so uncharacteristic. Give one or two bad goals I can take, but four. Well, either way, Islanders are up 1-0 right now. I still want to pick the Lightning. Uh, it's going to be a long series if they win it. I think like 6 or 7, probably 7. Uh, but I don't know. Like I feel if the Islanders win it, I think it will be short. I think it'll be a short series if the Islanders win it. I mean, it's game one, man. Like it depressed me, man. Like that was bad. Hopefully game two is better, but I don't know I don't know what else to say about that. Like that was horrible. Uh, so okay, so moving on, preview, I guess. Islanders Capitals. I said in the comments section on NHL YouTube, I'm so confident in the Penguins. I'm thinking, I don't think it'll go 7. I think it'll be 5 or 6. That's my. For some reason, the Bracket Challenge won't let you choose games. Won't let you predict the game. So, I mean, I have Lightning Penguins for Eastern Conference Finals, so I'm gonna keep with that prediction. So I have Penguins moving on in 5. Officially, my official guess is 5, but I can see it going 6. I don't see it going 7, but it can go 7. Like I'm thinking 5 or 6. I mean they've been much more red hot. The Penguins have, and the Capitals they let the Flyers hang around like every game they played in. So I don't trust the Capitals making it past round 2. I could be wrong. I was wrong in round 1, so I can be wrong here. So don't take my words to heart. Like I can be wrong, and Capitals can win, but my thought is Penguins will win 5 or 6. Well, 5 I just said. So okay, so Western Conference, Stars and Blues. I'm really looking forward to these rounds. I really am. This will be a very interesting semifinals. Um, okay, so I picked the Stars to go to the Western Conference Final. I'm gonna stick with it. Sorry, Blues fans, but I'm just keeping true to my bracket. So I have Stars win the Western Conference. I still do. Yeah, they have a goaltending issue. It seems like in the first round, but the Blues didn't score a whole lot in against Chicago. So, and we know the Stars can score. So, can this go another 7 games? I think it can, and I really do think this is an even series. I really do. I think it can go either way. But I mean, I am just gonna pick Dallas, and yes, I'm picking 7. So I'm picking Dallas by the thinnest of margins. Like St. Louis being Chicago, that can propel them a lot. But staying true to my bracket, I have Dallas. I picked Dallas. I have to stick with Dallas. But St. Louis winning won't surprise me at all. Uh, you know, they can do it. All right, so I'm approaching 15 minutes here. Really quick. San Jose Predators. Oh my gosh, I don't even know because I had the Ducks going to the Cup, and like that really busted it. Sharks or Predators? Like I don't even know. Okay, so the Predators won 3 out of 4 on the road, and the Sharks are very good on the road. And the majority is in San Jose. I have no clue. Like I can't even. Okay, so the Predators have never been to the Western Conference Final. I've always liked the Sharks. I'm like rooting for both these teams. I gotta be honest. I'm like rooting for both of them. I'm hoping for Game 7. And because Game 7 is in San Jose, I am picking the Predators in 7. Predators in 7 is my choice. Okay? So here's my new Western Conference Final. It'll be Stars and the Predators. Is my new Western Conference Final. Eastern Conference Final, I'm sticking with Lightning and Penguins. Alright, so. But again, if the Islanders win, it won't surprise me. The Capitals winning would surprise me. That's like the only. That's the only one that would surprise me is if the Capitals win. So, yeah, it can be open for just about anybody, but sorry, Capitals, I don't trust you. I think you're losing. All right, so that I'll end it there. 16 and a half minutes. Wow. All right, so I'll see you guys in round 3.